Hey Swifties, it's Rachel, and so today I'm going to be sharing some of my highlights of my Taylor 2015 year. I achieved my biggest goal this year. I met Taylor finally after 6 years of trying and waiting. I met my idol, and that's something I'll never forget. So I wanted to share some of my highlights with you. Out of the woods tonight, guys! Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Okay. So anyways, guys, thank you for being there for me this year and just cheering me on and all, and thank you for staying tuned to my videos and all, and I really appreciate it and I love you guys. So, Taylor kept liking my post, not as much as she did like around Swiftness when she'd like 20 at a time, but she'd go on my blog and she'd like post about me posting about Glendale, or just post in general. And so, yeah. And then on the 30th of January last year, Taylor saw this post of all of the Swiftmas people holding up signs thanking Taylor for the gifts, and she reblogged it and she commented on it, and we all died. Okay, and so our signs that were like going across, let's hope I can read them. Okay, got it. I couldn't read it before because it's small on my screen, but Dear Taylor, thank you so much for all the beautiful gifts, but the best gift you gave us was your beautiful friendship. Love you forever and always. It's on my wall. Your Santa's. It's on my wall over there. Yeah, okay. So, she commented, "Why have I never seen that photo collage before of everyone holding up signs? I'm freaking out. Take screenshot, send screenshot of collage to mom, silently weeks. Hashtag OMG feelings, hashtag I'm a sucker for collages." And so we were all like, oh my god, like, because I remember on Christmas Eve last year, she liked, like in 2014, she liked I was like, I posted individually, I was holding up my sign that said beautiful, and I had on my Bah Humbug sweater from her, and and I was holding up my card from her too, so I was like, and she liked that, but I guess she had never seen like our whole post about it, but she saw that, and that was exciting for all of us. The Style music video came out, and I remember I was at lunch, and I was like waiting, and everybody was like, what? And I was like, don't talk to me, and I just sat there with I was like, oh my god, okay. And then, oh, it went down, sorry. Taylor Nation commented on my post on Twitter. I found a dress in my closet that I wore on a cruise one time. It was like purple, and it was like lined up here, and I put Speak Now vibes, you know, because I'm just on Twitter all the time, so I posted it, and they commented back, and they were like, what did they say? Work it, girl. I was like, oh. Anyways, and then Taylor's friend Carly Kloss liked my selfie on Instagram. Taylor had given me, in 2014 for Swiftmas, she gave me a thing of Carly's cookies, and I was holding them up in my, hold up, it's right here, because I printed it out because I thought it was cool. It was this picture, and then she liked it on the 20th of February. Ew, my glasses are like down and stuff, sorry guys. Oh, this is a good part of my year. I freaked out over Taven. Taylor and Calvin. Okay. Anyways, I'm so glad that she found him. She was all like, I'm not gonna date, and da-da-da-da-da. And then we started seeing her out with Calvin, and it was just like, I am so happy for her. She deserves this so much. And just like, you can truly tell like he cares about her, and like, that's just so special for me to see, because, you know, it's just, I was like, Taylor, her happiness is everything. So, I watched Taylor slay the media when she got hacked. And like when she said that, they said that Lord and her were fighting and stuff. And she was like, you hackers say, wait, I have the tweet up here too. P.S. Any hackers that say they have nudes, you would love that, wouldn't you? Have fun photoshopping because you got nothing. and then that tweet made my life. And then she said, media, when you say Lord and Taylor are fighting, by fighting do you mean FaceTiming constantly from the US to New Zealand and LOLing at you? Thanks, bye. I love her so much. I love when she does that. Coming out of the ocean to tell you to stop. Oh, man. Okay, all right. We unfortunately found out that Mama Swift had cancer. That was not a good part of my year. I remember I had gone to Dunkin' Donuts with my friend that morning, and then as soon as I left, I went on like Twitter or something, or her notification popped up, I think, and I was just so upset. I was so upset. I actually think she's doing better, though. Taylor hasn't said anything. We haven't heard anything about it, but I do think she's doing better because Taylor was saying if she might not be at many shows this summer or something like that, and she's been to, I think, almost every show. She came to both of mine, I know that. And so I really hope and pray that she is feeling so much better and she has good health. And okay. So, the Bad Blood music video came out. I remember our area, we literally, like, it was so weird, like, our whole, like, channels went out, like, our local stations, and so I had, my TV upstairs was working, so I ran upstairs, and I was standing on my bed watching it. Yeah, that was fun. But that music video slayed. It was, like, girl power all the way. Oh, Taylor Nation contacted the Swiftmas people in early May to get our legal rights to the Swiftmas video, and they asked for our parents and our permission to have the Swiftmas video play before each show. Oh my god, okay. And so my dad had to send in like legal documents and all that fun stuff. So, also Taylor Nation contacted me. I don't remember exactly when it was. I think it was like early May or like June or something like that. It was after the tour had started, and they go, Rachel, can we have your phone number and your tour date that you're going to? You know, we're just really excited to see you. And I remember I was like, oh my god. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I didn't want to get my hopes up, but I really was like, oh god. And then as more Swiftmas people met her, they were like, Taylor Nation called me, they asked for my information back and blah, 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 and yeah. So, yeah. So then I went to 1989 tour DC! DC, boys! Only one love if it's tour DC! And I cried with my mom to the Swiftmas video. We had just sat down and we were both crying. But that was such a great concert. And her stage broke. I just have so many memories. It was the first Taylor concert I went to with my mom, which was really, really special. I met my friend Natalie. She was like, what section are you in? Because my phone had crashed. I was supposed to meet up with like my friend Kiera and Molly and all. But Natalie was like, what section are you in? Because I was like, I'm sorry, my phone crashed. And she was like, that's fine. Because we were going to meet before we all went in. But that didn't work. And so she ran to my section. And she was like, I'm standing at the top. So I ran up there and she's like, Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. Yeah. And we were freaking out so bad. Like the girl who like scans your tickets in the section, she was like, okay, okay. So yeah. And then Taylor's boyfriend, Calvin Harris, favorited my tweets 2 times. When was that? That was in July, the 24th and the 25th. I was freaking out over his new song, How Deep Is Your Love? It is a good song. And I was telling him, like, I just heard it on the radio. Oh man. Okay. All right. Drum roll, please. The big one. On August 17th, I met Taylor, and I saw her in Glendale, Arizona, and that was random clap. That was the best day of my life. The day before, we had flown out to Arizona, and so because we wanted to, like, be ready and rested, and, like, okay. So I was a mess the night before because most of the Swiftmas people had been contacted the night before. My concert was on a Monday. I guess they didn't call because it was a Sunday. But I was literally a mess. Like, I really did not think it was going to happen. I was like, you know, they would have called already. It's over. So they called me as my dad and I were sitting on the edge of the hotel bed, literally making a poster online to take to Walgreens. And we were going to dress up and we were going to try to meet Taylor. And as we were, my phone rang and said, it was a number from Tennessee, and I was like, oh my, I just looked at my dad and went, oh my God, and so I answered, and she goes, hi, is this Rachel? I said, yes. She goes, this is Sierra from Taylor Nation, how are you? I was like, I'm great. And she's like, so are you going to the show tonight? I said, yes, I am. And she was like, so are you ready to meet Taylor? And I remember I had started, like, pacing, like, the room. Like, when I started talking to her, like, I was, like, looking out the window, and she was like, so are you going to the show tonight? I was like, yeah, I am. I'm really excited. So I turned around and she said, so are you ready to meet Taylor? And I just bent over like this. I was like, are you serious? And she was like, yeah, Taylor really wants to meet you. And I was like, and then she told us all the information and all to go to will call and oh God. And then Taylor, Rachel, my buddy, and I'm so glad you're here tonight. I'm so happy we're finally meeting. And okay. All right. So then about a week or a little bit after that, like a little over a week later, Taylor liked my reaction post. Like when I was in line, like to get my meet and greet pass, Alexis went with us so she could like take pictures of like my reaction getting like the pass and like reading the pass. And so that was another highlight of my year, meeting my internet best friend. I've known her for 2 years. It was just like, we ran to each other and I remember crying. I was like, I'm meeting Taylor, because I didn't tell her. Yeah. And I don't know if I ever told you guys this. In Glendale, the day before the concert, I saw Paul and her dancers walk out of my hotel. Like, they darted right in front of my car, and then we went to go to a restaurant, and they were there. I'll make a Glendale experience sometime, because I never did. Alright. Taylor liked my reactions. I was like, because I posted them because she posted a still from the Wildest Dreams music video, so I was, like, reacting to it, and she liked it. My embarrassing face. Anyways, and then Taylor liked my post about the fire alarm going off. It was like, when she was like, put some damn clothes on, and I posted, I was like, I have clothes on, so she liked that. My friend Natalie went to 1989 Nashville, and I asked her to please, if she could, ask Taylor Nation if Taylor got my presents from Glendale, like the picture of New York City we gave her and stuff. And then she talked to Allie from Taylor Nation, and Allie from Taylor Nation said as soon as the Glendale meet and greet was done, when she went backstage, the presents were gone, so Taylor did most likely get them. And here's my next one. I cut my hair. Taylor gave me the courage to cut my hair. I actually really like my hair like this. So yeah, that's something that happened this year. 1989 live. Last Wednesday, my best friend came over and we watched it. And we freaked out and I cried during the fan part. Like after You Were in Love came on, like she has like a part, I owe it all to the fans. R.I.P. me. Anyways, so it was really cool to like relive that night, and oh God, it's so good. And then for Christmas, I got the outfit that Taylor wore when we met. Oh God, yeah, I just have no words.